The Netherlands has become the latest European country to relax COVID-19 lockdown measures. Bars and cafes can now reopen their outdoor terraces for the first time in 6 months. Elsewhere, Israel says all virus restrictions will be lifted in about 3 weeks. Seung-jae reports.
The Netherlands on Wednesday began relaxing its lockdown measures, despite infection rates and intensive care occupancy remaining relatively high. The country is the latest in Europe to start easing restrictions following Italy, Greece, and France, as they look to slowly edge away from lockdowns over the coming weeks. Under the new rules, bars and cafes are allowed to reopen their outdoor terraces for the first time in half a year. However, some restrictions remain. Terraces are only allowed to open between midday and 6 p.m. for a maximum of 2 socially distanced people per table, unless they're from the same household. In Israel, the country's Deputy Health Minister Yoav Kish forecast Wednesday that Israel will lift nearly all its COVID-19 restrictions in 3 weeks from now. Starting next week, Israelis holding a so-called green pass, showing they have been fully vaccinated or have recovered from COVID-19, will be free of any restrictions. According to Kish, if the number of cases continues to drop, the country will then lift all measures. Earlier this week, the Israeli government allowed children and those who cannot be vaccinated to attend cultural events, dine at restaurants, and enter gyms if they tested negative. Last week, the country's mass vaccination drive helped Israel lift its mask mandate in public places. In Asia, North Korea appears to have resumed in-person classes after the regime shifted classes online last year due to virus concerns. According to the North state-run newspaper, the Nodongshinmun, and the Korean Central TV broadcasting station, offline classes reopened in 87 schools in Gyeongbuk-do province. The North is likely to have reopened offline classes in other regions as well. While the regime has long claimed to be COVID-19 free, it has taken tough measures, such as imposing strict border controls since early last year. Seung-jae, Arirang News.